As an anti-Zionist Jew, I've been thinking a lot about Resolution 888, and I'm pissed about it because all of a sudden I'm an anti-Semite now. More so, I was thinking about why it was so unanimous, why so many people signed on to it. And last night I saw a video by somebody who used to be a Zionist, and she was going through the steps or the points of what makes a cult and the different progress of a cult. And she was comparing Zionism to cults. And of course, we all know that extreme forms of religion are often cult-like. In America, the Christian evangelicals, we've all seen the people on this app deconstructing their childhood and their indoctrination. But it's when she got to this last part that I finally realized what was going on. The final conflict. Fearing destruction, the cult either attempts one final attack against the world or barricades itself up and enters into a state of siege. In the latter case, cult suicide pacts are common. The cult either destroys itself or lashes out against its often fantasized enemies. Either way, the cult collapses with violations of laws or loss of life. You know how America likes to back the extremists in certain countries to try and destabilize them? The same thing that Israel did. They tried to back Hamas to destabilize the Palestinians, and it often backfires on them. Like, more often than not, it backfires on them. I think Resolution 888 was the American government realizing that they have backed the wrong horse and they cannot stop Netanyahu and his coalition of far-right government. There's also this point about the persecution paranoia, that as more people leave the cult and people find out what's going on, external forces will start to investigate what's going on, and that increases the cult's paranoia. And they will often weaponize for a showdown against the world and sees the violence as a necessary purifying force that will save itself from its scheming enemy. Guys, Zionism is a cult that is composed of Jewish people, the same way that evangelicalism is a cult composed of Christian people. But these Zionists believe that they are the chosen people, that this land is their land, and they will stop at nothing to see it through to fruition. And I think that America realize that them seeing these protests out in the world, they are feeling more and more attacked, and they are getting closer and closer to these end stages of being a cult, which is violently lashing out in a massive loss of life. We already saw that one Israeli politician saying that they wanted to use a nuke. This is what I'm talking about. I think America realizes how far this has gone and that they cannot hold back this horse. They don't have control over the situation anymore. Netanyahu is officially off the rocker. And I think they signed Resolution 888 because they want to try and calm their fears. They're saying, yes, anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. We all care about you. We're going to protect you. They are trying to get on their side so that they calm the fuck down. Because I think at this point, they realize that they are going in to flatten Gaza and they need to try and do something to stop this. And I don't know that they're going to find a way. I honestly don't know. Because not only do you have the Jewish Zionists in Israel, you have the Christian Zionists in America. Those Christian Zionists in America are the ones that have the Supreme Court in America. They are gaining control of the Republican Party. Like, the new speaker is a Christian evangelical who holds ties to Israel's far right. I think this is why they signed on to 888. I think they're trying to avoid this war escalating even further. I think they thought that Israel was just going to go in and do what they've always done in Gaza, which is bomb indiscriminately, but they would stop. And I think they realize this time they are not stopping, and this time they see themselves as being threatened from the outside because they see how many people are protesting pro-Palestinian, which has never happened before. Israel has bombed Gaza many times, and there's never been these types of protests, but all of a sudden people are protesting and people are siding with Palestinians, and they are seeing this as an external threat to their cult-like mentality. And it is going to end badly. Like, Netanyahu is not going to stop. The far right in Israel is not going to stop. And I think that they realize that. And I think they are trying to appease the far right in America, trying to appease the far right in Israel, while at the same time they are trying to figure out how to calm everything down and get them thinking with logical brains again. I don't know that it's going to work, though.